on 12 News, found naked and covered in blood. Today we saw the Orange capital murder suspect make some bizarre comments in court.
And because of this case, we're digging deeper. We're looking at the man who's being held on a $2 million bond.
Plus, the president denies interfering in a criminal investigation, and the report on alleged Russian collusion. Hey, it's coming to an end. What we know.
Breaking news right now. Tonight, we're tracking a shooting in Silsbee. Details are limited at this time, but we know a man is in custody.
After the shooting, the suspect led police on a chase through that community. 12 News reporter Tyler Segerman is in Silsbee with the latest right now. Tyler?
Yeah, we're still trying to gather more details on what exactly happened, but what we know is that Silsbee PD and Highway Patrol were chasing a suspect after reports of a shooting north of Silsbee. Now, that chase ended right behind me here in the parking lot of the Silsbee Muffler and Tire. The suspect did surrender peacefully and was taken into custody. Now, in terms of the shooting, we know that one man was shot in the leg. However, his condition is unknown at this time. Again, we'll provide more details as they come about. Live in Silsbee, Tyler Segerman, 12 News.
Also developing tonight, we watched as the Orange father accused of brutally killing his 2-year-old girl faced a judge. Authorities say Jovanis Roque used a hammer to attack the child. He made a series of bizarre comments today in court.
Police have charged Roque with capital murder. Today, he appeared in an Orange County courtroom in front of 128th District Judge Courtney Arkin. She set his bond at $2 million. If convicted, Roque could face life in prison or the death penalty.
12 News reporter Paris Kane joins us live from the Orange County Jail where Roque is being held right now. Paris, what happened in court today?
Erica and Kevin, we're talking about a case Captain Robert Inman calls the most gruesome thing he has ever seen in 29 years in law enforcement. Jovanis Roque had multiple outbursts in the courtroom this morning, claiming multiple times that he didn't know what they wanted from him. Roque told Judge Courtney Arkin that he has not been in control of his body for a long time now, and the government made him do it. He told Judge Arkin that he did not kill his 2-year-old daughter, but an affidavit obtained by 12 News tells a different story. And police say they found Roque at his house yesterday. He was naked and covered in blood, and he even told police that he had in fact killed his daughter. Captain Robert Inman says the girl was beaten to death with a hammer and found in a bedroom closet.
You never forget this. This is what you have nightmares over.
I'm moving without control.
Sir, let me go over the punishment.
Without control, please listen to me.
Sources close to the investigation tell us that Roque believed there was a microchip in his daughter, and he was trying to destroy it. I have been in contact with Roque's court-appointed lawyer. He says he has not yet spoken with him. He'll decide how best to proceed after he meets with him. Again, I'm live here at the Orange County Jail, where he's being held on a $2 million bond. Live in Orange County, Paris Kane, 12 News.
Thank you, Paris. We now know more about the crime, but who is the man allegedly behind it?
12 News reporter Sherith Cobbs spent the day finding out exactly who is Jovanis Roque. She continues our team coverage. Sherith.
Kevin and Erica, today we confirmed Jovanis Roque was injured in a crash 2 years ago in Florida. His girlfriend died in the crash. The wreck occurred 19 days after she had given birth to their baby. That baby girl's name was Savannah. Back in 2016, her father, Jovanis Roque, ran out of gas on the side of the road in Miami. His girlfriend, Rachel Foster, tried to help, and her and Jovanis were both hit by a drunk driver. Unfortunately, Rachel was killed. Roque reportedly told police in Orange he suffered from PTSD following the crash. Today, I spoke with one of Rachel's childhood friends. She says Rachel met Jovanis online. After 2 months, she became pregnant with Savannah. Devin says the father had a history with drugs and mental issues, but he was protective of his daughter.
When we would go out and he always had his eye on her, he wouldn't let her get too far off, even if we were at like a family gathering, something like that. He was very alert about what was going on with her, who was
Devin said that Roque's family is originally from Texas, but after Rachel's passing, he moved back. Now tonight at 6, I talk more with a friend who says their goal is to get baby Savannah back to Florida to be buried with her mother. In studio, Sheriff Cobbs, 12 News.
Thank you, Sheriff. Our 12 News team will continue following this heartbreaking story. As we learn more, we will send you notifications on our 12 News app.